Imagine you're a grieving widow, already shattered by tragedy. Then, a mysterious woman appears in your yard, and she knows your deepest, darkest secret, how your husband really died. For Ramona, this is just the beginning of a terrifying ordeal. Who is this woman, and what does she want? The answer will shock you. So without wasting time, let's jump into the movie recap. The film opens on Ramona's farmhouse, where she lives with her young daughter and son. We find Ramona watching a home video. Through it, we learn that she and her husband had lovingly built and furnished this farmhouse together. The video brings Ramona sorrow, as her husband recently died in an accident that also cost Ramona her leg. This tragedy has left Ramona mentally shattered. She's struggling to care for her family, and their home life is deteriorating. Her son, Taylor, even has to do most of the housework. Despite this, Ramona is often strict and harsh with them. Every morning upon waking, Ramona utters the same words, "Give me strength." One day, emerging from her room, she sees Taylor has managed much of the housework, but many household essentials have run out. The power is also off. Amidst this, Ramona suddenly notices someone sitting in their yard, a woman shrouded in a black cloth. Terrified, Ramona tells her children to stay inside and cautiously approaches the figure. Trying to scare her off, Ramona bluffs. "My husband will be back any minute. You should leave." But the woman's reply chills Ramona. "Your husband is dead. In an accident. The same accident where you lost your leg." Fear grips Ramona. The woman continues, "Ramona, the day you've been calling for has come. I am here." Confused, Ramona watches as the woman reveals hands covered in blood. Panicked, Ramona rushes to her car, hoping to start it, charge her phone, and call the police. But the car won't start. Defeated, she returns inside. Her children, seeing her distress, ask about the woman in black. Instead of explaining, Ramona snaps at them, telling them to be quiet. As their questions persist, Ramona's anger boils over. She smashes things and yells at her children before frantically locking all the doors and windows. Sitting down, a sharp pain shoots through her injured leg. A stitch has come undone. Looking out, Ramona sees the mysterious woman has moved closer to the house. A new fear dawns on her. She realizes their dog, Charlie, isn't outside. She decides not to tell the children, but this new fear only fuels her anger, and she lashes out at Taylor again. She even slaps her daughter for repeatedly writing the letter R upside down. Instantly, Ramona regrets her harshness. Her daughter's mistake didn't warrant such a punishment. She pulls her daughter into a hug. But as she glances in a mirror, a horrifying vision unfolds. A knife is in her hand, and she plunges it into her daughter. Snapping back to reality, she sees a pillow in her lap, pierced by the knife. She has no memory of picking up the knife. Taylor, witnessing his mother's erratic behavior, grows more concerned. He knows she's not mentally stable and feels he must find a way out of their predicament. As Ramona takes her daughter to another room, Taylor quietly slips out of the house, intending to seek help from a neighboring farmhouse. But, of course, the car still won't start. Ramona soon finds him, furious, and drags him back inside. Now, Taylor is angry too, having realized Charlie is missing and that Ramona is hiding something. "It's okay, Mom," Taylor says, trying to take control. "I'll handle this." He goes into a room filled with his father's belongings and takes out a gun. Ramona rushes in, pleading with him to put it back. As they argue, they see the woman in black outside, even closer now. Ignoring his mother, Taylor storms out, gun in hand, and confronts the woman. "Get off my property now," he demands. Unfazed, the woman lifts her veil. "Your mother has lied to you, Taylor," she says, revealing a shocking truth about his father's death and telling him to ask Ramona. Shaken, Taylor goes back inside and confronts his mother. How did Dad really die? Frightened by his intensity, Ramona begins her story. She recounts a night when she and her husband, David, went to a fancy restaurant. Ramona confesses she hadn't been happy at the farmhouse. The endless work was overwhelming. She missed the structure of her old life, perhaps a city job, and felt bored and isolated, even though David had moved them there for her. She wanted to move again, but David refused, arguing it was too soon to uproot everyone again. They had a heated argument and left the restaurant. Ramona then admits the devastating truth. She was driving that night. She saw a shadow, like that of the woman in black, in the rearview mirror. Startled, she lost control, causing the accident. She had lied to the children, telling them David was driving. Taylor is heartbroken and devastated by this revelation. Negativity seems to deepen its hold on him, and the influence of the woman outside intensifies within the house, her shadow appearing to grow larger. To escape, they all retreat to the attic. But even there, the shadowy figure of the woman in black reaches for Ramona's little daughter, pulling her. They try to hold on to her, but the girl is being dragged away. Taylor quickly covers the window through which the entity seems to be controlling his sister, and the pulling stops. But the entity isn't finished. It flickers the lights and throws objects around, terrifying them further. Then, it possesses Ramona. In a surreal vision, Ramona and the entity seem to merge. The possessed Ramona then embraces her daughter, and the girl vanishes. Taylor watches in horror and confusion, now standing alone as his mother and sister disappear. Suddenly, Ramona reappears, holding her lighter. Together, she and Taylor search for the little girl. The search leads Ramona to a room that seems to show her the past. She sees David, looking happy. "Look," he says, "your favorite flowers have bloomed in the yard." As Ramona approaches him, the scene shifts violently. David is now hitting her, abusing her. In the next moment, Ramona sees herself, dressed in black, sitting in the yard, just like the entity. Another version of Ramona, the one who first confronted the figure, appears. The black-clad Ramona in the yard slowly lifts her veil and says eerily, "The day you were waiting for has come." The scene cuts, and Ramona finds herself back in the attic with both her children. As they come downstairs, the woman in black confronts them again. Terrified, Ramona aims the gun at her. "I didn't come here by myself," the woman says. "You called me. Every morning, you'd wake up and say, 'Give me strength.' You were asking for the strength to end your life. And now I have come." Ramona is left alone with the woman, who now urges Ramona to kill herself, pressing the gun under Ramona's chin, forcing her to pull the trigger. In the next scene, Ramona emerges from the room, safe. "Where did that woman go?" the children ask. "She's gone," Ramona replies. "I made her leave, and I've found a courage inside me that, even if she comes back, I'll be able to fight her." They go back inside the house. Just then, the power flickers back on, and their lost dog, Charlie, returns. Inside, we see a painting Ramona herself had made. In it, there's the dark lady they've encountered throughout the film. It becomes clear, the dark lady was the manifestation of Ramona's own dark thoughts and overwhelming negativity, which had grown so strong it took on a physical form, an entity confronting her and her family. When Ramona emerged from that room, she had truly conquered her destructive thoughts, her inner negativity. And with that, the entity vanished. The family, now reunited and with hope restored, begins to heal. The movie concludes on this upbeat note. We hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for watching.